Ah, we had Corona. COVID-19 with a dash. What happened? Well, I don't know the aspects of chemistry and biology, but I can tell you that we have been at home. For the good and for the worst. Most parents have been at home. Sadly we had more time for our children. And there was no school. In many countries there was no school. Some schools were trying to do some Zoom calls. Didn't work that well. Why? Because when you're at home, either you do homework or you play. You don't go to school when you're at home. And you habit. How do you create a new habit? Did anyone took the responsibility to teach them how to change their habit? Meet the kids? No. They just told them, you go online. They assume that if people go online on YouTube, they will go online to study in school. But you see, in YouTube, I'm looking for what I want to learn. This is my habit when I'm at home. In school, I'm learning what you want to teach me, which is not the same. Now I'm at home. Why should I go on YouTube, watch you teaching me something that maybe I'm not sure that I want to learn right now? I have time to play. No school, it's a vacation. Hey, that's the joy of it. But what is the meaning of all of it? You see, the brain is not so adaptive to changes, especially when the brain doesn't want it, or the human who owns the brain. So, in the past years, I've been building my organization to save 1 billion children from poverty in the future. These are people who are not in poverty now. They're middle class, their parents at least, or above. But you see, all the jobs that are around us today, that we believe that will stay forever, they will not be there. Within 20 years, most of the jobs that you know, most of the professions that you know, will be erased. New jobs will come to the market, and the jobs will be for smarter kids. You see, because everything that a machine can do, automation, AI, software, will be done by machines. And the jobs of the future will be in research and development. Do we help the children to become better, good enough to become the best researchers and developers of the future? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Let's go back to the COVID-19. Let's see what happened. People were sick, or people were afraid to be sick. Social distancing, a new word, a new habit. What happened? They told us, stay at home, hide from a virus, small virus, tiny, you cannot see it. But you have to stay at home. So we stayed. What's the big deal? We can stay at home for 1 month or 2 months. But we also can lose jobs. We didn't know that on the first day. So millions can lose jobs. You see, when I said in the past 10 years, in every engagement that I was speaking engagement, by 2040, 1 billion people will lose their jobs. And 1 billion kids will not be ready for the market. I was wrong. I admit, I was wrong. This will not happen in 2040. Now, because of the COVID, it will happen much sooner, even before 2030. Let me explain. Let's assume you own a company. And in that company, you have 10,000 employees. And 10,000 employees have been at home for 3 months. Maybe you already lost the company. And maybe you will survive. And you'll get back, and the market will get back, and everything will be fine. And the market will not be so slow. Maybe. However, something else happened. We have learned that to hire people is not a good thing. Next year there will be another virus. If there is one more virus like that, and people will stay at home for 3 months, I am losing my company. I will lose my company because my 10,000 employees, I don't have 10, but the one who has, he says, okay, how do you solve the issue? Well, I'm not a biologist, so I don't have how to take care of the COVID. But I know that I should not hire so many humans to work for me. I should be hiring robots that has AI capacity, automation capacity. And now, Instead of hiring people, I will try to get rid of most of my employees and hire robots. Because robots, they don't have a virus. They will not stay home for 3 months. Yes, of course, there are viruses, in computers and stuff like that on the internet, but these usually can be fixed like within a week or 2 weeks, but not 3 or 4 or 5 months when my employees are staying at home. I don't want to have any more employees. However, something is changing here, which says, if people will lose their jobs, how are they going to find jobs? Because nobody will hire them for this kind of a job that they have. So, they will need to be experts in other fields. I'm sure that the world will search endlessly now for people who are experts in AI and robotics and automation. It will not happen in 2040. It's happening now because of the COVID. Everything has been accelerated, and now companies will try to find solutions instead of hiring human. And the only human we will need is those who can create, develop, and build automation and AI and everything else. So I was wrong. I said this will happen in 2040. It will happen now. You see, we couldn't take a taxi because the taxi driver did not want to be infected. And we didn't want to go taxi that we will be infected from the taxi driver. Welcome autonomous cars. When I said to people, with 2030, 80% of the cars in the world will be autonomous without a driver, driverless cars. People said to me, Ofer, it will take 40 years, 50 years. You're totally wrong. But the COVID came, and suddenly there were no taxis. And the only taxi you could have taken was an autonomous taxi. The only thing you have to, of course, to add into it is how to clean the viruses of the former person who was in the car. But that's easy. You spray the car, you get in. You spray the car, you get in. Now, and the spray can be automated. I left the car, it would be straight, next guy, go in, sit. No driver, not being sick. So I believe that autonomous cars that we thought that we'll have in 2040, we will start to see them fast now. Delivery. Suddenly there were no people to bring the delivery, from the supermarket, from the restaurants. Not enough people to do this. And you were not allowed to drive outside anyway. So how do you get your food? But we have companies who are making drones. And we have companies making robots that can ride in the streets. And they can bring you the food home. Some companies are already making them, some companies are already using them. It will be accelerated now. You will see tens of more companies, hundreds of more companies working on robotics, getting into this market to create smart AI, smart robots, smart automation. Are we ready for this market with our brain? Do we have the skills? Do we have the profession to work in these areas? Because as a taxi driver, I might not find a job within 5 years from today. Can a taxi driver become a developer? Maybe yes, maybe no. But maybe he should think about it right now. The COVID-19 is changing the market. The COVID-19 will change everything in the market. More jobs will be lost and are being lost right now. And most of those people will not get their jobs back because automation will become instead of them. Because automation does not have viruses and will not stay ever at home. This is the change of the market. Our responsibility with our education system is to accelerate and speed up the ability of humans to become smarter and being capable of taking responsibility of understanding the smart jobs of the future and not the regular jobs that we have today. Please join me in my mission. We have to move fast in order for all of us to have jobs in the future. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.